Galaxy Star, Tirek, A True Love by Swedish Dub. In the Taurus, Tirek was still in his prison cell after he was prisoned back again after he was defeated by Twilight and her friends. Powerful again. But all he did was just screaming and screaming in his cell. But no other opponents could even hear. But then, just one evening or night, he was shaking his cell on the bars and said, "Let me out!" And then suddenly, the bars was bended, and he made a hole in the cell. Tirek was very surprised that he had enough strength left of some of his magic. It seems all the magic he had, not all of it, but disappeared. At least, it seems that he had at least enough to defeat and manage to at least open a hole to escape. Tirek managed to escape from the three-headed dog that guarded the entrance to the Tartarus. A few days later, the news spread to Twilight and his friends that Tirek once again was free. But even they all was surprised to hear that Tirek once again had escaped the Tartarus a second time. Now it had the Wonderbolts and even the Royal Guards from Crystal Empire and Camelot first priority to find Tirek. But for several days, but no other pony has seen him. It was like he's vanished in thin air. Where did Tirek go? Did he left Equestria and return home? Celestia has sent at least 2 other ponies to Tirek's homeland to see if he had to return home. But the new king Scorpion, his brother, haven't seen his brother in centuries. So Tirek hasn't even been home for centuries. So where was he? Even many ponies still had heard about Tirek has escaped. Many was still afraid because he's still their magic, but it at ease. So every pony was still on high alert to report any suspicious sign of Tirek or anyone who's aiding him. For several days turns to weeks, and the weeks turns into months. There were no sightings of Tirek. Because the first time Tirek escaped, he slowly regained power from all the other ponies he encountered. But there has not been reports of any pony has been taken its magic from. So, where was Tirek? Actually, Tirek had having then left Equestria, but he managed to escape and somehow left and went to the mountains to regain powers there some other way. He tried to find maybe a powerful magical artifact or even some other magical way to regain power strong enough to defeat Twilight and her friends. Even they had this enhanced powers, but all he found was emptiness, nothing. No other ponies lived in the mountains. All he met was goats, dragons, but no other ponies. He tried to take the magic from a dragon, but it didn't work. It seems that his powers only work for ponies and draconics like Discord, but no other creatures like dragons was no effect on. So Tirek, he decided to stay in the mountains until he could find a way to revenge against Terra, Twilight, and her friends, or to find a way another powerful magic source to enhance his own powers. But so far has turned out empty. Tirek was going to end frustrated that he never had found any magic or any strong source of magic. Even he tried to listen to any ponies who would enter the mountains, but no. Most of the ponies that leave or enters nearby, but they never went up to the mountain itself. They only remained in the bottom of the mountain. But Tirek, where did he live? Well, he did found a small cave where he decided to make it a home temporarily. He gains my power enough. But since it turned into months, and still hasn't gained any more strength or any magic at all. So, Tirek wondered, will I ever find any more magic? I want to make money and power of the revenge against Terra, Twilight, and her friends. I want to make revenge. But even Tirek was so frustrated. He smashed rocks in the cave or outside the cave or any nearby. He tried to make it stronger, training, but it didn't work. That he need magic to control his anger and even to control magic itself so he can defeat his enemies. But one day, when he was in the mountains looking around for any ponies on there, he heard a voice, a singing voice. First he knew then it was a pony. He looked around and saw a light blue pony with white mane, and it was a mare. But this mare was not under any ponies that he has seen. It wasn't actually an alicorn. Tirek believed there was only 4 alicorns in the world, except from Hayden's daughter. But that was before even he knew about her. But another alicorn? He was prepared to attack her, to steal her magic. But at the same time, something prevented him to take action against her. While he was watching her, he listened to her singing, and it was like enchantment. For some reason, he could feel his heart beating and beating faster and faster. And the pony then turned around and saw him behind some boulders. But she wasn't scared about him. She was actually just smiling and then said, "Hello." Tirek then believed that she saw him. Tirek didn't know what to say and what to do. He was frozen. For the first time in centuries, he had fallen in love with a pony. The various creature that he wanted to take his magic to dominate his own kingdom and even Equestria and take over his homeland as his own. But for one time, he felt empty and scared, but not from the defeat. Hi? Who are you? I've never seen you here before. I am Tirek. I'm kinda new here in this area. Who are you? I never seen you before. I am Galaxy Star. I lived here in this mountain for, I, I don't know, maybe a few hundred years or so. I thought all the alicorns were princesses. Well, not me. I was born to a Pegasus and a unicorn, but since I was born, I was different. Many ponies stayed away from me, thought that I was cursed. I never aged, or so I escaped home to live here for myself. Tirek had now fallen in love with Galaxy Star, a non-alicorn princess. Tirek just looked at her, and suddenly he then just asked, "Is there any other alicorns or ponies in the area?" "No, I'm the only one." "Wait, Tirek, I heard the name. Oh no, you're the guitar that is still ponies magic." And she knows that she has very powerful magic inside her. "Yes, that's me, but I can't steal your magic because you're too beautiful," said Tirek, and then he ran away. Galaxy Star, she was really stunned about to see that Tirek said that he was beautiful and ran away. That was not the stories what she heard about Tirek. She wonders, was he joking or some sort of a scheme or something? Back at the cave, Tirek was thinking, what did I say? What did I say to her? All the ponies I found here, I said she's beautiful. What is wrong with me? I'm supposed to take her magic, but I can't even bring it to do it. I can't do it. Excuse me? Huh? Said Tirek and jumped up and saw her outside the cave. "I'm sorry to scare you, but are you okay?" And then she walked into Tirek. "No, stay away from me. I just want to make magic." "But Tirek, and I don't want you to take my magic, but you would have done it already, wouldn't you?" "Yes, that is true. I would. But I couldn't do it. For the first time in my entire life, I felt an entire different feeling from what I have felt." "I'm guessing that you have never felt in love with anyone before." "No, no, never. All I wanted before was power, control, mostly power. But now I'm feeling weak, useless, and worthless for anyone opponents to make love with." "But I would love you," said Galaxy Star. "Wait, you would?" "Yeah, and I heard all the stories about you, but I didn't believe on it at first. And I even heard stories about Discord. But look, he is a friend to every pony in Equestria, and he uses his magic to help, not to bring chaos in. So, if he can be reformed, why can't you?" Tirek never thought about it being reformed. Because before he thought about it, he thought it would be a weakness, like his brother was before. But to the end, if there's a chance for him to fall in love with someone, why would he then thought about to be reformed? Even he walked out to the open. A lot of ponies were very fast run away, and even the guards and the armed forces will arrive and capture him and bring back into the turrets before even he could say anything about what he's doing here. So he decided to take Galaxy Star's advice to be reformed, but with her help. For several days and a couple of weeks afterwards, Galaxy Star was training and teaching Tirek how to be friendly. But at first, he didn't have so much success. But after training up to a few weeks, and even of Galaxy Star's patience, it turned out to be a great success for her. So the next step was actually to go back to Equestria. But he said, I can't go alone. When they see me, they will arrest me, they will capture me, arrest and bring back to the Taurus. I will go with you. At that time, I will tell them everything so they want to take you back. You have to at least be prove to them, telling them to prove that you are reformed. Thank you, Galaxy Star, said Tirek. You're welcome. So the next day, Tirek went back with Galaxy Star to at least to Pony at first. When Pony saw him, Tirek has returned! Run for your life! As you'd expect, Tirek was afraid that no pony would even listen to him. Then Twilight and her friends appeared, prepared to attack, but then Galaxy Star appeared in front of them, between them, explained to her and her friends what's happening. At first Twilight thought that this was a scheme, but since she had seen the Galaxy Star was an alicorn, and alicorns always telling the truth, and she was no another alicorns that she hadn't seen before. So Twilight took Tirek with Galaxy Star to Camelot so they can talk to Celestia and Luna, but they also bring Discord as backup for even if Tirek will do something. And after Discord was there as well as some extra caution, Tirek talked to Luna and Celestia and even Twilight about this for hours while their friends was waiting outside. Even they were afraid that Discord wouldn't be able to capture him or even a lot of guards on outside. But after 5 hours of talking, the both royal sisters decided they could trust him. They even sensed that he was telling the truth all along. And they even offered Galaxy Star the princess title, but she declined it. She said to them that she doesn't want to be a princess. She had lived her own alone for a few hundred years and never had any other specials on pony or even she even don't feel to be a princess. So she decided to be regular alicorn or a pony. And just a few days sometime afterwards of this, Tirek and Galaxy Star was actually dating. It didn't last long. For a few months later on, Tirek proposed to Galaxy Star, and they had their wedding in Camelot. And surprised enough, even but only a few years after, Pony was still afraid that Tirek was still scheming for Emperor Pony, but slowly many more ponies started to believe him, and soon he had a lot of friends out there, both in Equestria and back home. Shortly after the wedding and their honeymoon was over, Tirek returned home and greeted by his brother Scorpion. Scorpion and Tirek solved the problems and became friends and brothers again. Tirek, he decided to remain in Equestria, but still to visit his brother back and forth as often he could. And even Scorpion tried to visit his brother even he has much royal duties to make. But Tirek and Galaxy Star, what happened to them later on? Well, not to be told, but Tirek actually had 2 daughters with Galaxy Star, and both of them also became alicorns, but also very powerful in magic from both their parents. And Tirek, he never used his magic to defeat any other opponents anymore. And that's how Tirek and Galaxy Star found true love and got a family. The end.